guys, welcome to my channel again, and today I'm doing the Guilty Confessions tag invented by Bubzbeauty. Yay! Sorry if I'm whispering, there's just people sleeping in my house here. Anyway, let's just get started with question number 1. Share a guilty pleasure. I'd say mine is pretty common. I think a lot of people do this, but it annoys me. And it's that whenever I read like a book or watch a show, I always like to either read the end or watch the last or latest episode instead of going on the episode or reading where I am. And yeah, right now I'm actually watching One Piece, the anime, and yeah, of course I just had to watch the latest episode, of course, so me. Number 2, share something you did a long time ago that you're still ashamed of. I don't remember something from a long time ago, but I remember something recently, and it's that my laptop is actually the Sony Vaio, which in my opinion is the crappiest piece of shit ever. Don't mind the language, but yeah, it kept crashing on me multiple times, and yeah, because of that we had to kind of like reset it, you know, kind of erase all the information, and we had to do it so suddenly that I didn't have time to put all my files in a hard drive or something. And the thing about this computer is that it doesn't require a recovery disk, and yeah, when we erased the thing, I forgot that, you know, this didn't require a recovery disk and that this had all the information stored in it even though everything was erased. And yeah, I bawled my eyes out so badly thinking that I'd lost everything that I'd done, all my precious pictures, all my Word documents and stuff. And then when I restarted it one day, I realised they're all there. I kind of wanted to cry anyway when I found that out. I don't know if it was from happiness or just anger that I'd forgotten something so crucial. Anyway, number 3. Reveal a bad habit. A bad habit. I wonder what that could be. Oh yes. It's not really that bad, but I love cracking my knuckles. Anyway, the thing that makes this habit bad is that 1, it creeps people out. 2, I do this only when I'm nervous. For example, the last time I actually did this, and it annoyed a lot of people, was in a mock exam. Yes, at the beginning where everyone's trying to concentrate, I was just so nervous I kept cracking my knuckles. And yeah, I can't even count the number of dirty looks I received in that exam, but I could not stop. It's that bad. I was just so nervous. So yeah. Number 4, a lie you've told before. Oh god, I have a perfect one for this, and I feel so extremely bad for it. Yeah, a while ago, I think, yeah, me and my 2 other friends, we planned to go somewhere, and that somewhere was kind of far, so my best friend's parents, you know, were going to take us there, but then her brother kind of wanted to go with his friend too, and yeah, we didn't have enough space for, how many? 6 people, so in the car. So yeah, my best friend passed the responsibility onto me to, you know, lie to my other friend and say that we kind of cancelled it on that day. And I remember that conversation on the phone. I had to like pretend that I was sick, and yeah, we had to cancel it, even though we had fun later. So yeah, I feel awful for that. Silly thing you've got upset or angry over. Ugh, God, can't remember. Oh yes, I remembered one. One time I went on holiday with my family, and yeah, I was in a really bad mood that day. I don't know, it could have just been lack of sleep or something, but yeah, I kind of had a fight with my mum over dinner, And then when I went to unlock my room to go in there, it was kind of locked. I think I might have forgotten my key in there, so yeah, I bawled my eyes out and crying because I was already in a really bad mood, and this just made it worse. And yeah, I gathered a lot of attention. People were like trying to comfort me, and then when well, a lot of people were helping, and then one really strong person, he kind of just pushed the door, and yeah, it turns out the lock was kind of jammed, and I was crying over nothing. Yes, I cry a lot. Share something you're awful at. Don't know. Oh yes. I'm I'm not the most social person. I don't know if you've realised, but yeah, I'd say the thing that I'm worst at would be three-way conversations. I don't know why. I do have more than two friends, but yeah, I can't seem to hold a conversation with like three of them at the same time, or two of them even. I have to like individually have a one-on-one conversation with them, and if I try a three-way conversation, this is what it'll end like. If I'm trying to be the listener, I'll be bombarded by both stuff, and if I try to like bring a conversation on further, I'll receive two different opinions, and it's just hard for me to handle. I can't seem to find a good middle point, even though all my friends are quite close. Number 7, I've kind of almost lost count. Something you preach but never practice. I'd say it would be taking vitamins. Yeah, I'm not the healthiest eater, so I take vitamins. Oh, vitamins. Yeah, and I always advise people to like take them, if they're not eating, that healthily. But the thing is, I kind of go off with the vitamins. Sometimes I'll like take them for properly for like 6 months, and then like right after that I'll kind of develop this thing where I don't take them for like 3 months, and I'm in that stage right now. And yeah, and I feel bad, that I can't take them regularly, and yeah, I advise people to. Have you ever stolen something? Well, I always steal little stuff like, pencils and rulers from my teachers. Yeah, when I don't have something, they'll lend stuff out. And then, yeah, I realised that I don't really want to buy, any more stationery, so I'll just put them into my bag. Oh yeah, but there's this other incident where I was really young. I was like 8 or 9, in like year 2 or 3, yeah. And there was this girl who was in my class. Her mum was friends with my mum, and for her birthday, my mum wanted to give a present to her, but her house was like really far, so she asked me to give it to her in class. Now this girl was really popular and social, and yeah, I admired her, and I did not talk to anyone in that year at all. So yeah, it was such a challenge for me. I put it off for months, giving that present to her. I just had to like say, hi, my mum bought a present for you, and yeah, I just couldn't do it. So in the end, my mum was like, it was like months later, my mum was like, oh, you can just take it instead. And every time I read that book, I felt so guilty. I felt like I stole it, but in reality I didn't. One act of revenge. I don't know, I'm too chicken to take revenge. I plot it and then I can't put it to action. The only time I have done this is kind of when me and my friends have like teased each other, and we're just being playful. Basically, my best friend, she's not really a fan of manga or anime, and yeah, it kind of annoyed me one day. So yeah, I had to and she said something bad, I guess. So yeah, what I did was I went on Photoshop, and then I made her eyes really big, like manga style, and then I made her jaw and nose really small. And then I, saved it, and I gave that picture to her as revenge. And yeah, she was freaked out by it, so it definitely worked. Name someone you used to envy. I have to name them? Shit. At my school, a new girl actually transferred there, and one of my friends, she kind of just took her under her wing and she helped her adjust and stuff. And they became kind of really close, and you know, they used to hang out separately to us, so that made me kind of jealous. And another thing was, I was a new student once, and then I hadn't been able to get close to a lot of other people. I tried, but then they just weren't interested in being my friend. And then her personality is kind of similar to mine, and yeah, but she got on with all those people, and that kind of made me slightly jealous. I was just like, what? She's just like me, and how am I not accepted as well? But then recently we've kind of become friends. Yeah, now I don't really envy her anymore. I see her more as a friend. Share mischievous things to do in your childhood. Okay, are you ready for this? When I was in year 7, so like 12, I I was so bored of my hair, you know, it was long, kind of wavy, and was quite flat, so, you know, one day I just decided to, you know, take some scissors from the kitchen and cut my hair, cut a fringe for myself, and this was done when my parents were out. Yeah, and I cut myself a fringe. It was actually quite nice. Strangely, I managed to do pretty well, except there was a jagged bit here. And yeah, when my parents came back, they were so shocked. They just went like, oh, at my fringe, and they were quite annoyed with me. And I was just like, why didn't you let us take you to the hairdresser, even though it looked nice? And then the thing they got most angry at me was, when I cut my hair, I did not dispose of it in a bin like I should have. I don't know why, but I decided to flush it. Yes, flush it. I don't know why. I honestly, to this day, I do not know why I decided to flush my hair. But yeah, later I discovered that it could block the drainage system, so... Anyway, this is the end of it. Woo! I hope you enjoy this video, and rate, subscribe and comment, and bye.